or ask the ladies to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10. Kiana, why don't we start with you?
On a 1 to 10.
Looks.
Looks-wise?
Yeah, looks.
I feel like I'm a 10.
Okay. What about you?
Same. I mean, on a good day, all the time.
Okay. Ginny?
I think I'm a 6, but working with my way up.
Okay.
10.
10?
10 easily.
Okay.
10. You gotta say 10.
I will say 8, but some days I will say solid 10.
Yeah.
Some days.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say most of the time I feel that I am a 10, but I have my bad days too, and I'll feel like a 2.
Okay.
Not gonna lie.
Okay. Paisley?
8.
8. Okay, so 10, 10, right? 10, 10, 6, 10, 10.
A room full of dimes.
All right, let's talk about it. Okay, so all of you are 10s. Well, no, okay. You said 6, right? Paisley,
I said 6, and I'm working my way up.
working your way up. Paisley, you said 8. Okay, so the rest of you are 10s. Is that your own self-assessment?
Everyone has a type. I think everyone has a type, but we're all 10s to someone.
True that.
And then you honestly said looks. You didn't
Yeah,
specify.
we did. Yeah.
Didn't specify
You did
what?
Say looks.
Like there's a whole range. You can go
Of
based off
looks.
personality or like self-conscious. Like there's just different things.
Well, I'm
So-
not convinced if I included personality or any of that other stuff that you guys would have changed your
I
rating.
might go to a 9.
I mean, Ginny, what would you, if we factored in your personality, what would you rate yourself?
Probably like a 7 or 8. I feel
Paisley?
like.
I'm going to stick with an 8.
Okay. All right. Okay, so
We got some uggos
Don't-
in the chat.
don't
Hey,
don't read the chat, guys, because they're
I
probably
don't
gonna
care. I'm
listen.
used to it.
So those of you who rated yourself a 10, don't you think that's a bit of hubris to rate yourself a 10?
No.
Excessive pride.
I feel like that's really good for yourself.
No. I feel like you have to tell yourself you're a 10.
Because if you tell yourself you're ugly all the time, you're going to feel ugly. You're going
Why
to
would
come
I
off
give myself
ugly.
up?
No one's going to like that. So if you think you're a 10 and you act like a 10 and you look like a 10,
Amen.
then,
Not
I
good,
mean,
yes.
But okay, for example, like, so let's say you rated yourself a 7. That's above average. So, and you can still be attractive at 7, but you can also acknowledge, like, hey, I'm not.
I didn't say I was the prettiest girl in the world, but I'm
Well, by-
definitely a 10.
But by putting yourself at a 10, that kind of does say that you might not be the prettiest, but like maybe there's another 10 that edges you out a little bit. But like,
Why we got to edge each other out? We can't stand on the same line?
but okay, we can all agree that there are differences in terms of physical attractiveness. For example, can you look at one man versus another man and say that man is exceptionally physically attractive and that other man over there is, say, average, for example? Can we say
Agreed.
that? Are they both 10s?
No. Maybe they're thinking.
To us, maybe
To-
not.
Is he
Themselves,
funny?
they're
No.
To them, yeah.
Just looks, just looks. But I guess the question is, so if you're a 10, then that would suggest to me that there are no women who are more attractive than you. There might be women who are as attractive as you, who are also 10s, but none are more attractive than you.
But I am my own person. There's
Why
not
you
going
gotta
to be
be
somebody
weird?
else like me, though.
But
So
okay,
why can't I be comfortable in my 10?
I guess I could ask the question like, what do you think other people would rate you as?
Should I care?
Does your perhaps?
Should I care?
But does your answer? Do you think your answer would change if I asked you, what do you think if you got 100 men and 100 women who were brutally honest, who had no incentive or any reason to elevate or lower you? Do you think it would be consistent with your self-evaluation of being a 10?
I feel like I
Kiana.
gotta go. Oh.
Actually, start here. Go ahead.
I feel like it's a good 50-50 chance.
50-50
Like,
chance. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you guys? You two over here.
What?
Would it change?
I don't even know what your question was.
So if you had, well, I don't really have to ask it, but I'm trying to get to the crux of the conversation here. So
You said if 100 people rated you, would you still be your same number? Right?
Yes.
Is
Yeah,
that what
because
you
that's
said?
my own opinion
Yeah,
of myself.
Would-
everybody's different.
No,
you-
would they
Oh.
rate you the same number?
Oh,
not
probably
yourself.
not. They probably think I'm a 2.
Everybody's different.
That's okay with me.
In the chat, as we can tell,
They
like, some
are
people are
all
like,
goofs.
"Oh my god, yeah."
You asked us to rate ourselves, so
Based on looks, yeah.
Yeah, you did
Based
say
on
we
our
rate
looks.
ourselves.
Somebody else. Am I rating them from a hater's perspective or like a regular person?
But okay, so but if you think that you're a 10, for example, a 10 in looks, then it's possible that you might perhaps you might be right. Perhaps, and I'm not pointing this statement at any specific one of you. Perhaps you might be right, but perhaps you might be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You might have an unreasonable self-assessment of where you stand on the dating marketplace and the sexual marketplace and the relationship marketplace. So if you think you're a 10, then do you think then that your standards for what you want or expect in a partner in terms of their physical attractiveness or other characteristics is unreasonable? For example, I don't consider myself a 10. I'd say I'm a 6 or 6.9. I'm not going to land any supermodels anytime soon.
how do you know?
Who knows?
But it's not like it's not an insecurity. It's just like I have a reasonable self-assessment of where I think I stand. And
Like, if
I'm
bad
not
do you
dating.
want
I'm
it?
not
people are out
dating.
of your league? Is that
What's
what you're
that?
talking about? When people are out of your league?
I mean, you could frame it as out of your league, sure.
Okay, but if somebody is out of your league, there are other ways to get them.
Sure.
Money is everything. So the most
10K.
ugliest person,
10K.
I'm saying the most ugliest person can get the most attractive woman, and we've all seen that.
Yes. So okay. So for men, there are definitely ways in which we can overcome, let's say, perhaps our deficiencies in our physical appearance, our physical attractiveness, money, status, personality, charisma. We can bring other things to the table, but looks is a pretty big, at least the initial component, especially since most people are meeting online. Looks is a pretty primary component, especially for, I would say for maybe as you start, for both men and women, as you start getting a bit older, looks is still important, I would say, but you do start prioritizing some other things. But like, I think we have some 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds. I would probably say looks is number one for younger people.
I've dated some pretty odd-looking people.
Okay.
I don't know, and I enjoyed the time that I spent. I mean,
Okay.
go off, y'all. Maybe that makes me a less number. That sounds silly. No, it doesn't. I don't understand. You can pull anybody you want. Really make your life how you want it to be. I don't know why everybody has to build all these walls and make everything so difficult. I want that one. Okay.
Go get it.
Okay, so I don't know where I was going with that. So you said that guys can make up for it
Yes.
in other ways, right?
Yes.
But what if he doesn't? That's when that guy is in trouble.
No, everybody has one special quality. All around this room, like she said, she's a comedian. She's into beauty. Like everybody has that one particular like specialty or quality that they can like shine and just blow the room out of somebody. Like that is normal.
Ginny, what's yours? Okay. Moving on.
You put her on the spot.
Yeah.
Well, I was coming back to our previous conversation about what you bring to what you bring to the table. Okay, so, but okay.
Just say it.
So everyone's a 10. Did you say that everyone should be their own 10?
Yes, definitely.
But like, okay, if we take that to its logical conclusion, then how do you discern? Like, we can't discern anything, right? Can we all agree that some people are more attractive than other people?
Yes.
Like,
But everyone has their
Timothy
type.
Chalamet is more attractive than Danny DeVito.
Maybe
agree
not
Well,
to
to
everyone.
disagree for you.
That's what
Maybe
it
not.
is. It's different.
Why does
He's more physically attractive.
why does the scale stop at 10?
Right.
Like if you
Maths.
asked us to rate ourselves
The
1
maths.
to 15, I would have
Cap.
said 15.
I'm pretty sure numbers go on for
Oh.
infinity.
What
kidding.
would you have rated yourself if it was out
Went
of
to
69?
A 70. No, I'm just kidding.
She's going off the charts. Okay, I have a further question. Does anyone want to? We got makeup remover here. Does anyone's answer change if we use makeup remover?
No.
It's Neutrogena, by the
I
way.
mean,
so
maybe
it's-
if my hair's fucked up, but but my face.
I already told you I'm either a 10 or a 2. I'm kidding.
Not he brought out the makeup wipes.
Makeup wipes out. I have to take it off anyway when I get home.
Right.
So
I'll use one, thank you. Right now.
But
Save
so
me
okay,
some
so of those of you who said you're a 10, that means you ought to be able to get with a guy who's a 10, correct?
I hope so.
I don't want a 10.
Maybe
You don't
to
want a
me,
10?
Hell no, I don't want a 10.
I don't want
What do you
one,
want?
yeah.
A 7?
I want somebody that's just a little less than me.
Yeah, don't overshine me.
Yeah.
Go sit
Okay.
somewhere.
You want?
I don't want a pretty
for a man. If it's a
pretty
woman,
man.
go off. I don't care. Okay,
Wait,
you're
so-
the baddest.
So you guys want men, or I suppose women? Well, I guess it's different for women, but you want men who are less attractive than you. You don't want a guy who's more attractive than you.
Yeah, you little slut.
I don't care
Go
about
sit
looks.
down.
I don't care about looks.
Are you sure?
I don't. I've had. You should see all of my exes. My most recent is a doll face though, and he's a 10. Honestly, I'd call him a 10, and he thinks he's not. He thinks he's like a 1, and I
So
think he's
true.
amazing. So